To summarise, the board are deeply saddened by your leadership of the team. Welcome back to Firefighting. So, it's not going very well. It's not the best. I don't know what else to say about it other than you can see there. We are bottom of the league now. Aston Villa have ramped it up and taken 19th. We can't even catch them with a win. It would take at least two. Newcastle, who are the closest thing to safety, 12 points away, with 9 games for us. So it's still a challenge. The main challenge now is not to get sacked before the end of the season. So I might say it now. Firefighting attempt number 1 may be a failure. And why? Well, it's because we started with that 4-4-2. It started well, went bad in January, so we changed to that 4-3-3. And you know what? We have scored 7 goals in the last 4 matches. Got 1 point out of that. Let's have a look at that. So we last met against Everton in a 4-3 away defeat. We played Tottenham in a 2-2 draw. I'm fortunate not to get anything more than a point out of that. There's a friendly against Bromley, which I didn't play because friendly. We then lost 4-3 to Sheffield United. It's 3 goals we scored again. We then lost 3-2 to Watford. Another 2 goals there. They were lost 3-0 to Arsenal. That was just a bit of a battering. We've got Southampton and Burnley today. And some of the people that have actually been playing quite well, the likes of Adam Lilic, Adam as we're calling him, he's been phenomenal, but now he's out for 3 to 12 days, so he's not going to play either of these games. He's been doing very well though since he's come in. 6 games he started, 2 goals, 2 assists. He's been doing really well. It's a real shame that he's not playing today. Andros Townsend is back, only for 75 minutes he's recommended, but I'm going to play him probably for the full game because we need him. We've missed him since he's been injured. He actually got a couple of goals like you saw in that last episode. Edouard's been getting a few goals as well, so that's good for him. Other than that, this guy, old Wolfie Zaha, Wilfred, look, it says shoot less often. But let me show you exactly what management has been like here for the past 4 games. Wilfred! Wilfred! Pass! Please pass! Pass it, Wilfred! Why have you shot again, Wilfred? Why have you shot again? So that is a brief summary of what's been happening over the past few games. Wilfred Zaha has been taking the ball, running with the ball, going past defenders and shooting tamely either wide or directly into the goalkeeper's hands. I think if we could find out the stats. Let's see if we can find the stats. Oh, he's wanted, is he? Who by? Arsenal just beat us, so I don't know why. But let's have a look, see if we can get that report of his recent form. So he played every single match. You can see there's a 5.8 against Arsenal, so that's gone well. He did actually get a goal there since the Everton match against Watford. Where is shots on target? 4 shots on target, 4 overall. Is that shots attempted 4? Shots attempted 4. Only 1 in that match because he got Zach sending off. That was against Bromley. That was the friendly. Who cares? 2 shots there. So overall, that's 10 shots in those 3 Premier League games. 1 goal. So just learn to pass the ball. Might be doing all right. But he hasn't, so we haven't. Edouard scored 3 in 8, so better than IE's record, but IE's still on the bench. That's enough of rambling, because we have a game today. I've just changed up a little bit here to get Saka as a cover and Cahill as a stopper, to try and, cover runs in behind, because we are playing higher line now. What I've learned is, rather than focusing all your money on the playmakers and attackers, maybe get some centre-backs in and maybe a left-back. Maybe I should have done that, but I didn't, and that's why we're here, leaking goals all the time. Let's see if we could turn that around today, or if we'll be sacked right here on camera and have to find out the next team will be to firefight with. Today it's Southampton away. Let's get into the game after we run through the team very quickly. Henderson's in goal because Vincent got injured. Munier is at right back. Cahill and Sarko are in the middle just because Tompkins wasn't quite doing it. I think Cahill may bring us a bit more experience and Sarko is a bit more covering. Apparently they hate each other, so that's great. Ridderwald is our left back after I dropped him for the last back, and Joel Ward did even worse, so really should have got a left back in. Could play Schlupp, might play Schlupp. Schlupp any good? Can he tackle? 11 tackle. It's not the best, is it? He's got a lot of pace though, so do we start Schlupp? I'll go through the rest of the team and then make a decision. Kiarte's in that defensive midfield role. Milivojevic is the box-to-box midfielder. Tarapt comes in the advanced playmaker role with Adam going out with injury. Zaha is on the inverted winger attack role on the left-hand side. Inverted winger support is Townsend over here and Edouard through the centre. On paper, it's a good team. On the pitch, where, you know, they play football, it's not a good team. So let's go out there and see what we can do today, eh? Just a quick word on the Southampton team. What in the fuck is that? What is this space here? Hopefully we can exploit that. But what is that? I mean, I'm worried because, I mean, these four here are not going to be doing very well against these four. Danny Ings has scored how many goals? 16. Right, well, then let's just fucking go get this over with, I guess. Oh, gee, Willikers. Let's say I fully expect you to end our poor in a form. Motivated. Andros Townsend, back from injury, raring to go as old Andros. Give him a bit of faith. Two more people look happy. It's Edouard and Kayate. I don't know what else to do. Probably get fired. Let's see if we can win this match though, at least. It's the first highlight of the game here at 26 minutes in, and Munier does have a throw-in. He gets it back as well, gets it out to Kiarte on the edge of the area, into Milivojevic, back to Kiarte, into Tarapt, who might have a shot, and he does, it's a goal! Come on, so, focus is now the objective, because we need to not throw this away. We've lost too many games, 4-3 and 3-2, and that's only in the past 3 or 4 games since we've actually been, you know, attacking at all. It's good play from the 3 midfield. Tarapt's wonderful little finish, second of the season for him. Yeah, scored another game, so good signing. Yeah, it's another throw-in. Munier to Townsend, back to Munier maybe. It does go back to Munier maybe. Into Kiarte. It's the same sort of build-up as last time. Tarapt gets another bit of space on the edge of the area. Milivojevic to Kiarte, back to Tarapt. The 3 are just playing it on the edge there. It's wonderful. Just wait patiently for that chance to emerge, and Munier is now going to try and exploit that right hand side. He does, gets it to Townsend, who gets a shot. It's a good save by Angus Gunn there. It's a free kick for Southampton. It's cleared only as far as Danny Ings, who will win a penalty. Oh, for God's sake. So Wilfried Zaha has now given away a penalty. He's got himself a yellow card for that as well. Good to see Wolf getting involved. He's taken my advice on board, and it's a save by Henderson. Can you believe it? We are riding our luck. Wilfred has not shot, which is what I asked him to do. Instead, he's kicked something that's not a ball as they go close with the corner. Let's see if we can ride this till half time. We've ridden it till half time. 1-0 is the score. So far, so yes, guard against complacency. Edouard is stressed. Wilfried Zaha's on a 6.4. But Adel Tarapt has got a goal in the Premier League in 2020. It is 2020 in-game as well, because we took over. Don't think about the maths. Let's get out there, win the second half as well. 60 minutes in, and a corner comes in. Edouard just nods it over. It's a highlight here, starting from the goal kick from Angus Young. Townsend gets up well, nearly gets it down to Edouard, but now Southampton have a chance to build up. Although they've got, obviously, the 4 ahead. Milivojevic, that looks like I thought it was going to be one of those red cards for a second. It's not though, and Southampton keep going forward, which is arguably worse, although it's not, is it? Because we didn't get a red card. They might score from this. Ridderwald is not the best at heading clear, as you've seen there, and Danny Ings has scored. So 1-1. It's been, our left hand side is not the best. Wilfried Zaha should be the best player at the club, but all what he's done today is given away a penalty, and that's about it. I know I had a go at him before for, shooting too much, but he's done nothing today, and that's arguably worse. I'd say arguably. It's not arguably worse, it is worse. So, with that in mind, I was about to make a change, but we were on the ball again. Before I could even get to it, as Riedewald on his left-hand side gets over to Kouyaté, who's doing good at that deep lying defensive midfield role. Gets over to Mounier, who has been a bit of a revelation at right back. And Edouard is just over the bar again, and it's very close. Let's make some changes. Okay, here's the changes we're going to make. Riedewald has done enough damage, so we're bringing him off, and we are bringing Schlapp on. If Schlapp makes a good impact in this last 20 minutes of the game, he probably will start next game. Pavoletti is coming on for Wilfried Zaha, which means Edouard is now coming over to this left-hand side and is being changed to an inside forward on attack to bring the attacking impetus in from this side, where Pavoletti will become the target man on support to hopefully win some balls, knock it down. Just try and get Townsend and Edouard involved a bit more with Pavoletti in the middle there. Let's see what happens. And here he is on the ball, Pavoletti, out to Mounier. Back into Pavoletti, he's dropping a bit deeper, getting himself involved in the play a bit more. Milivojevic over to Kouyaté, midfielders playing it around again, and Edouard with a shot from that side, just wide. And that is the game. Well, yeah. Taarabt had a good game, so that's nice. That's good for him, innit? Wonderful. 1-1, we've got a point, which a few games ago I'd have taken it. But right now, I'm a bit annoyed because if you look at the stats, we were all over them. Shots, possession, fouls, it was all us. It was all us. Edouard, 0% shots on target ratio. So maybe if one of them had been on target, he might have scored. Lessons learned from that. I'm going to try and keep morale high by saying unlucky and then moving on. We'll meet back at the next game, which I remember... I think it's Burnley. I'll meet you back for the next game. And we're back. Game day. Burnley at home at Selhurst Park. We've had some people come back from injury. Adam isn't one of them, which is a real shame. But Vincent is back from his injury, but he will not be starting today. I enjoyed Stephen's penalty save last time so much that I'm going to give him the opportunity to really nail down that first team place. That's probably going to be to my detriment, but yeah, he did good. He did good, didn't he? Also, Slaps in for Riedewald, who has dropped from the team entirely because Joel Ward can cover both fullback positions, which is why he's the ideal substitute. Otherwise, the team remains the same. Henderson, Mounier, Cahill, Sarko, Schlapp, Kouyaté, Milivojevic, Taarabt, Zaha, Townsend, Edouard. Quick, easy, go. And we come up against a Burnley side playing a 4-4-2. So, I mean, what did we expect? Let's go in and get stuck into the game. We really need to end this. Look, more people are motivated this time. They know from last match, one or two of those shots goes on target from Edouard, we may win 2-1. So, that's what we're hoping to do this time. I've kept Edouard on the team because I know he's a good player. I know he can score goals. Last time, just a bit of an off day. Let's go out there and prove it against Burnley. First highlight of the game, throw in for us, Mounier down to Edouard, good touch round the defender, Kouyaté gets it back to Cahill, and we'll just keep it in the Burnley half. Get a ball over to Zaha there, don't shoot Zaha, good, out to Schlapp using his new fullback berth to give the ball away, and hopefully that doesn't lead to much as they ping it out to Dwight McNeil, obviously one of the more creative sparks on the wings here for Burnley. Barnes, Cork, they're playing some direct football, but it's working. There is Hendrick. Obviously, watching this now, you must be very confused. Not confused, just a bit like, not realistic. These players are all elsewhere now as they go close. I'm talking, of course, about Jeff Hendrick. What a first half this has been so far. This is the second highlight you're seeing now. Townsend with a corner in. Taarabt's got a bit of space. Down to Cahill. Kouyaté! It's not offside! Yes! Kouyaté gets a goal. Last match, obviously, he was very impressive in the 1-1 draw. Got an 8.2 or something in the overall average rate, if you look at average ratings at all. Very good. Finishes this off as well in the right place, just to tap it home past the Pope. It's another corner for us. Townsend whipped this one in as well. Tarapt's got another bit of space and he scored as well. 2 games in a row. Adel Tarapt, 2 corners this game. Can you believe we're beating Burnley by set pieces? That's unbelievable stuff. That is management genius by Fireman Sam, if I don't say so myself, which I do. Good volley by Tarapt. Lovely to see. There's not much more to say. Another highlight here. They're all coming in after the 30-minute mark. Henderson will boot that up to Zaha, who so far has not had much impact on the game, but here he goes. He's got a bit of space to dribble at the opposition. He'll probably shoot. He does. It's tame. You see what I mean now. This is what I've been dealing with. It's half time. It's 2-0. We're doing all right. We're dominating the game. We're doing a lot better. Don't let your performance levels drop this time. They love it. Schlupp's come in doing well, apart from that early mistake, but he looks good. This might be the settled team, apart from when Adam comes back, and then maybe we can put Tarapt out here where Wilfried Zaha has been. We'll see how that goes. That's not to think about right now. We've got to focus on the second half and not losing this lead. It's a free kick for Burnley, and all my talk earlier about us beating them on the set piece, I thought was going to go the other way, but now Schlupp from his left back position is breaking and shooting from that. Yeah, Jeffrey. So another highlight here, 70 minutes in. Wilfried Zaha does have a tight hamstring apparently. You can see it there. That was all down to the hamstring. As is this. All of this is down to Wilfried's tight hamstring as Chris Wood goes close. Maybe a change is needed. It's the same change as last time, except not the left back bit. Just the change. Pavoletti is on for Zaha. Edouard goes out left as an inside forward attack. Pavoletti comes in, target man support, just to see out this last 20 minutes and give us a bit more something to get the wingers involved in the later stages. Hopefully Edouard can get a shot on target in those last 20 minutes. But we'll see, won't we? We'll really see. It's a free kick for Burnley deep into their own half. It is launched over the top towards Chris Wood. Got a lot of work to do and does it by switching it all the way back to nearly the left back position to McNeil, back to Pope. It's very direct football from Burnley. Not criticising it. I tried to play it when we first got to Crystal Palace and it worked for a whole game and a half, I think. But here they come, up the left-hand side. Milivojevic goes trying to get stuck in, doesn't quite, and Cork gets it to Woods, who does score. And maybe positive is not what we should be doing because we're winning. So while we watch this goal, and then I think maybe a little bit of a cautionary tale to go cautious earlier because we haven't done much in the second half. We've only got 2 goals from set pieces. So now that we've seen the goal, let's get a bit cautious. Let's tighten up. They hate it. Thanks, I hate it, they say. Just see it out. Jeffrey Schlupp has now dropped to a 6 point. No, he's holding his own. We've won a game of football! Get in. First match we've won since that Aston Villa game on the first episode. I know, it's depressing. We've beaten Burnley though. A hard team to beat, even though it's at our home ground. That is what you like to see. I am going to say, very nice victory. Well done. Tarapt, brilliant. Absolutely smashed it. Zaha, no, I'm not going to say anything because it'll just upset you. We have won a game. So there you have it. We've turned the form around, you could see in these 2 games that you've just witnessed. Good stuff. We've got 4 points out of possible 6 in today's episode. Play Man United next, so that'll be good. We end the season at Liverpool. I've just realised how shit this is. Where does it leave us in the table? Let's have a quick look. Probably still 20th. Am I right? I'm right. But we're actually... we were 12 points off safety at the start of the episode. We're now 11. So it looks like these 3 teams are going down, doesn't it? It really does. But there is every chance, as long as we keep performances like that going. I say every chance. There's not many chances. But we'll see how it goes, right? Next time, we will meet back. Do you think we could squeeze in another 1 or 2 episodes for this first season of Firefighting? Maybe 2? Maybe we go West Ham, Newcastle, and then Wolves, Liverpool to finish off the season. 2 double headers to finish off the season next time. Can we fight the fire, or are we just adding fuel?